Hi there again, Kyle Green here, welcome back. Now that we know how to hold the guitar, how to hold the pick, and how to fret the instrument, we can go ahead and start playing some notes. Now, as we're learning guitar, there are some different systems of notation and diagrams that will help us along the way. So first we're going to start with tablature. If you've done any research, you've probably seen it's one of the most common ways people learn to play songs and riffs and those types of things. So tablature is actually a very old form of notation. I think it's centuries old, and it's very, very helpful. It's a diagram that has 6 lines representing the 6 strings of the guitar. Okay? As you look at that diagram, the bottom line is the thickest string, so the 6th string or the low E. The top line is the high E, or the thinnest 1st string, okay? And so the bottom line is the 6th, the next line up, the 5th, and so on. Often you'll see this labeled to the far left. The bottom line will be E, then A, then D, then G, B, and E. So that's often a very useful resource. This can be very confusing. It's opposite to what many people think, but if you look over the top of your guitar from your perspective here, in your field of vision, you will in fact see the 6th string is in the bottom of your field of vision. The 1st string is in the top. Okay, so that may be helpful to keeping that clear in your mind there. So we've got these 6 strings, and we will see numbers that appear there. And these numbers refer to the frets that are being played. They do not tell you the fingers, so don't confuse that. So for example, if we have a tab diagram and we see on the 6th string or the low E a 0, that's telling us to go to the 6th string and play a 0, which is open for us. It means we do not fret anything. We just simply play that string open. If we're looking at tab and we see on that 6th string the number 1, that's telling us to play the 1st fret. Okay? Does not tell you what finger to play that 1st fret with. That's a bit of information that's missing. We eventually come to understand that based on the context of what we're playing. But that will take some time. So for now, just understand that those numbers tell you what frets to play. Okay, so let's try one on our own here. So I'm going to give you this tab. You'll see there it has on the 2nd string the number 3. Okay, so pause the video, see if you can find that note without my guidance. And then once you think you've got it, go ahead and hit play, and I'm going to tell you exactly where it is. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you went ahead and paused there. And we're looking for the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. It's the 3rd fret because that number 3 there tells us it's the 3rd fret. It's the 2nd string because that is placed on the 2nd line, or the 2nd line from the top, the B there. So your note should be here. Again, you can play it with whatever finger you want, but that's the note, okay? Some other things we should know about tab: if you've got 2 notes stacked on top of each other, that means they're played at the same time. So for example, if you have a 0 on the 4th string or the D string, and a 2 on the 3rd string or the G, and they're stacked on top of each other, that means they're played at the same time. Right? It is not played like this. Played at the same time. If we have consecutive notes going across a single string, that represents time, the order in which they're played. So if we have a 0 and then a 1 and then a 3 on the 1st string, that would be this. I would have the 1st string, 0 is open. Then I would have the 1st fret of the 1st string. And then I would have the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Okay? There we go. So that's how tab works. Let's go ahead, now that we understand that, and learn a very important warm-up exercise called the spider. This will be in the next video, so we're going to go ahead and finish this one up now that we understand tablature. The next video will guide you through that spider exercise.